story of the Ark begins not in the halls of kings, nor in the temples of stone, but in the wilderness, vast, endless, and untamed. It is here, amidst dust and silence, that the voice of God spoke to a man named Moses. On Mount Sinai, amid thunder and smoke, God gave Moses instructions not just for a people's freedom, but for a sacred covenant. Among these divine commands was the design of a holy chest, a vessel to carry the very presence of God as his people journeyed through the wilderness. Crafted from acacia wood, known for its resilience in the harsh desert, the ark was to be overlaid with pure gold, shimmering like the sun at dawn. It would measure just over 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 2 feet tall. On its lid, called the mercy seat, 2 golden cherubim would face each other, their wings outstretched, shielding the sacred space between them, the throne of God. The ark was not merely a container, it was a divine altar, a meeting place between heaven and earth. The tablets of the 10 Commandments, the sacred laws given to Moses, were placed inside, binding the people to their God. Wherever the ark went, it was carried on poles of acacia wood, wrapped in fine linen, guarded with reverence and awe. It was the heart of the tabernacle, the mobile sanctuary that accompanied Israel through deserts and battles alike. The ark was a symbol of covenant, a promise that God was with his people, guiding, protecting, and judging. Its presence was powerful. The waters of the Jordan parted at its approach, the walls of Jericho crumbled beneath its march. Yet the ark demanded purity and obedience. Those who touched it unworthily were struck down. Through the ark, God's presence was made tangible, and the fate of nations was shaped by its movement. But as the people of Israel settled and kingdoms rose, the ark took on new roles, new places, and new stories that would lead us to the deepest mysteries of its fate. After decades wandering the wilderness, the people of Israel crossed into the promised land, led by Joshua, the successor of Moses. It was the ark that led the way, carried by the priests, its presence a beacon of divine favor and power. The waters of the Jordan River stopped flowing, creating a path for the people to cross on dry ground, a miracle witnessed and remembered for generations. The ark was the symbol of God's covenant, the unbreakable bond between the Creator and his chosen people. In battles that followed, it was more than a sacred relic. It was a weapon of war, a sign of victory, and a rallying point for a nation forging its identity. But the ark's journey was not without peril. At one point, the Philistines captured it, bringing the ark into the heart of enemy territory. Yet even in their temples, the ark's power could not be contained. Plagues struck the Philistines, and the ark was returned to Israel in haste, its holiness both feared and respected. Eventually, the ark found a resting place in the city of Shiloh, housed within the tabernacle, a tent sanctuary that served as the center of worship for decades. Time passed, and as Israel grew from a confederation of tribes into a united kingdom, the ark's destiny became intertwined with the rise of kings. King David, the shepherd who became a warrior and then ruler, longed to bring the ark to Jerusalem, the city he had made his capital. In a grand procession, the ark was carried with celebration and song, signaling the heart of Israel's faith, now dwelling in the city of David. Yet even in this moment of triumph, there was a reminder of the ark's sanctity and the need for reverence. When the ark was placed on a cart, the oxen pulling it stumbled, and Uzzah, a man who reached out to steady the ark, was struck down by God's wrath. This event underscored a solemn truth. The ark was no ordinary object. It was a divine throne, a holy altar, and it demanded obedience to God's commands. Under King Solomon, David's son, the ark was placed in the newly built temple, a permanent home made of stone, adorned with gold and precious gems. It rested in the Holy of Holies, the innermost sanctuary where only the high priest could enter once a year on the Day of Atonement. Here the ark stood as the ultimate symbol of God's presence among his people, the invisible God made manifest. Yet even as the temple walls rose and the kingdom flourished, dark clouds gathered on the horizon. The Ark story was about to take a turn shrouded in mystery and loss. The glory of Solomon's temple stood as a testament to Israel's faith and power, the Ark resting deep within its sacred halls. But kingdoms rise and fall like the shifting desert winds, and even the mightiest are not immune to the sweep of history. Centuries passed, and the people of Israel faced invasion, exile, and heartbreak. The Babylonians, led by King Nebuchadnezzar, marched upon Jerusalem with fire and fury. The city was sacked, the temple burned, and the sacred artifacts were seized or lost to time. Yet in the historical records and prophetic writings, the Ark of the Covenant is never clearly mentioned after this cataclysm. It seems to vanish from the pages of history as if swallowed by the earth itself. Some scholars believe the Ark was hidden away by priests in secret chambers beneath the temple to protect it from destruction. Others suspect it was carried off as booty, taken by the Babylonians to unknown lands. The scriptures offer no definitive answer. The Ark's fate becomes a haunting silence, a gap filled by speculation, legend, and hope. Over time, stories arose of the Ark's protection by angels, its concealment in caves, and its removal to far-off lands. This disappearance marks one of the greatest mysteries of antiquity, a divine relic lost to the ages, its presence felt only in faith and memory. What happened to the Ark after the fall of Jerusalem? Did it survive the destruction? Or was it taken, hidden, or destroyed? To seek answers, we must look beyond the Bible, to the lands and peoples who claim a connection to the Ark's legacy, each with a story to tell. Among the many whispers and tales, one location stands above all others in sacred and political significance: the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. The very ground where Solomon's temple once stood, where the Ark was said to have rested in the Holy of Holies. Beneath this ancient hill lies a labyrinth of tunnels, chambers, and secrets, hidden from view and wrapped in layers of mystery. Some believe that before the destruction of the temple, the priests concealed the Ark in an underground chamber, a secret vault carved from bedrock. This hiding place, shielded from the fires of conquest and the eyes of invaders, would be protected by divine guardians and ancient curses. The Temple Mount is one of the most heavily guarded and contested religious sites on Earth, a place where faith, politics, and history collide. Archaeological excavation here is limited, restricted by religious sensitivities and political tensions, leaving much unknown and many questions unanswered. Some explorers and researchers claim to have found hidden tunnels or unexplored caverns that might hold the Ark. Others argue that any such discovery would shake the very foundations of world religions and geopolitics. The idea that the Ark remains beneath the Temple Mount is both a hope and a fear, a secret kept safe by the sands of time and the faith of a people. To understand this theory is to walk the delicate line between history and belief, archaeology and reverence. Could the Ark still be resting in the shadows beneath Jerusalem, waiting for the day it will be revealed once more? Or is it a symbol destined to remain hidden, its mystery preserved by divine will? Far to the south, across deserts and mountains, lies the ancient land of Ethiopia, a place of mystery, faith, and acclaim that has fascinated travelers for centuries. The Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in the city of Aksum is said to be the home of the Ark of the Covenant itself. According to Ethiopian tradition, the Ark was brought there by Menelik I, the son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. It is believed that Menelik stole the Ark from Jerusalem and brought it to Ethiopia, where it has been guarded by a single, devoted monk for generations. This monk, known as the Guardian of the Ark, is entrusted with the sacred relic and never leaves the church grounds. No outsider is allowed to see the Ark, and its existence remains shrouded in secrecy and reverence. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church holds that the Ark continues to radiate divine power, protecting the nation and its people. Scholars and explorers have debated the truth of this claim. Some dismiss it as legend, while others argue that the Ark's presence in Ethiopia explains its disappearance from biblical lands. The journey to Ethiopia, the blending of biblical narrative and local tradition, creates a rich tapestry of faith, mystery, and history. Whether the Ark truly rests in Aksum or not, the Ethiopian story reminds us that the search for the Ark transcends borders and time, weaving into the spiritual fabric of diverse peoples. Here, the Ark is more than an artifact. It is a living symbol of divine presence and national identity. East of the Jordan River, overlooking the Promised Land, stands Mount Nebo, a place of profound biblical significance. It was here that Moses, the great leader and prophet, was granted a final glimpse of the land he would never enter. Some traditions hold that the Ark of the Covenant was hidden or buried on this very mountain to protect it from enemy hands. The rugged cliffs and secluded caves offer a natural sanctuary, a place where sacred treasures might remain concealed for generations. The idea that the Ark rests on Mount Nebo evokes images of silence, waiting, and divine guardianship, a relic resting just beyond the horizon of human sight. Though no definitive archaeological evidence has been found, the mountain's spiritual weight and remote geography make it a compelling candidate in the Ark's mysterious journey. Along the shores of the Dead Sea lie the Qumran Caves, a complex of ancient caverns famous for the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls. These caves, once inhabited by a sect known as the Essenes, are steeped in secrecy and religious zeal. Some theories suggest that the Essenes may have hidden the Ark here, safeguarding it from destruction during the turbulent years leading to the fall of Jerusalem. The scrolls found in Qumran reveal a community intensely focused on purity, prophecy, and the coming of a messianic age, a fitting environment for guarding a sacred relic. The darkness of these caves, the silence of the desert, and the weight of history lend an eerie, almost otherworldly atmosphere to this theory. Could the Ark be lying concealed in these rocky chambers, a treasure waiting to be rediscovered by those who dare to seek it? Deep beneath the streets of Rome, far from the deserts of the Levant, lies a labyrinth of ancient corridors, secret archives, and vaults known only to a select few. The Vatican, the heart of the Roman Catholic Church, holds countless relics, manuscripts, and treasures collected over millennia. Some whispers claim that the Ark of the Covenant is among these hidden relics, secured away to protect it from the ravages of time and human conflict. This theory suggests that during the tumultuous centuries following Jerusalem's fall, the Ark was secretly transporting to Rome, safeguarded by the Church's highest authorities. The idea evokes visions of shadowy custodians, ancient secrets guarded behind iron doors, and knowledge so profound it could shake the foundations of faith itself. Yet despite the allure of this possibility, no credible evidence has surfaced to confirm the Ark's presence within the Vatican. The vaults remain off-limits, and speculation thrives in the dark corridors of rumor and intrigue. Whether the Ark rests there or not, this theory reminds us how deeply the Ark's mystery has penetrated the hearts of those who seek power, faith, and understanding. The mystery of the Ark of the Covenant has inspired explorers, archaeologists, and adventurers for centuries. Even in modern times, the search continues, fueled by ancient texts, lost maps, and unyielding faith. From the deserts of the Middle East to the highlands of Ethiopia, expeditions have sought clues in dusty archives and forgotten ruins. Satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, and advanced archaeology have all been employed in hopes of uncovering the Ark's resting place. Some claim to have found fragments of the Ark or artifacts linked to its legacy, Others assert that secret societies guard knowledge about its location. Yet, despite modern technology and centuries of searching, the Ark remains elusive, as much a symbol as it is an object. The search itself has become a journey of faith and discovery, challenging our understanding of history, belief, and the sacred. Each claim and expedition adds a thread to the vast tapestry of the Ark's story, a story that continues to unfold, inviting new seekers to join the quest. Beyond the gold, the wood, and the legends, the Ark of the Covenant holds a deeper meaning, a symbol of the meeting place between the divine and the mortal. It reminds us of a covenant made long ago, of laws etched in stone and hearts, and of a presence that transcends time and space. Whether the Ark lies hidden beneath ancient stones, rests in distant lands, or exists as a spiritual truth beyond physical form, its legacy endures. The Ark calls to those who seek connection, to those who yearn for understanding, and to those who walk the path of faith. It teaches us that some mysteries are not meant to be fully uncovered, but embraced, guiding us in our journey between the seen and unseen. The Ark story is not just about an ancient relic, but about humanity's quest for meaning, for sacred presence, and for the hope that the divine dwells among us still. As we close this chapter of the search, the question remains: where is the Ark of the Covenant now? Perhaps it is not a question of location, but of faith, a call to keep searching, keep believing, and keep the flame of wonder alive. The journey continues.